It's real tough being the hero. Your to-do list is invariably as long as your voluptuous hair, but fortunately, kind and considerate game developers, of which there are still some left, I think, are occasionally generous enough to provide us with useful companions to help make those days a little easier. A spoonful of sugar to help the medikit go down. There's nothing better than sharing your journey with a faithful hound, a twinkly little dragonfly, or a gang of gun-toting bros. Or sisses. Companions are great. Except when they're literally the worst thing about your whole goddamn adventure. This'll be fun. I'm Peter from TripleJump, and here are the 10 most irritating companions in video games. Number 10, 343 Guilty Spark, Halo Combat Evolved. 343 Guilty Spark, Monitor of Installation 04, First Greystar Screen. If you could just stop humming for one pissing minute, Spark! 343 Guilty Spark, Monitor of Installation 04, First Greystar Screens. 23 years ago in Crash Bandicoot 1, apparently, and while he may not be the most irritating companion of all time, he certainly takes the top spot in the slightly more niche category of most loathsome cybernetic areola. For justification, you need only look as far as the context in which he accompanies you. Halo 1's 7th level, the library, is ruddy horrible. 20 plus minutes of dark corridors, parasite-ridden zombies, limited ammo, and locked doors. But it's okay because Spark can open that door for me, can't you, buddy? Spark, come on, I can't hold him long. No, Spark, seriously, I need... Spark, please! Sure, this asshole might be a pretty fun character across the trilogy as a whole, but for his performance in the library alone, I simply can't not put him in this list and talk about how much I hate his slow-ass, know-it-all, tunelessly hummy face. Number 9, The Pawns, Dragon's Dogma. Dragon's Dogma is a hack-and-slash RPG whose very USP centers around companions. These customizable sidekicks known as pawns are mostly quite an endearing bunch, in my opinion. They fight reasonably well, they know when to heal you, they collect nearby loot on your behalf, and they offer lots of advice that comes in very handy when you're new to the game. However, once you've quickly realized that they never, ever stop talking, and that, like every other character in the game, they speak like an English lit graduate on acid, you'll find yourself battling against an ever-encroaching hatred for your once dear pawn companion. The irritation begins with the increasingly grating effect of their weird poetic lexicon. Long journeys on the road are marred by such inane banter as, "We're apt to meet bandits and thieves as oft as peddlers, master." Upon using a health item, they'll remark, "A curative will serve," while all instances of the word something or anything are replaced by the insufferably archaic ought. Oh, what's that? Oh, we just discovered a new area to loot. Well, guess what? There may be aught here. Haha. Even if you can put up with the language itself, the frequency of their dialogue alone is enough to drive you to madness. A mere scuffle with the very weakest and most commonplace of enemies incites a sickening flurry of repetitive combat advice. It hates fire. Take my fire. Its wings are vulnerable to fire. Goblins ill like fire. I'll strike with fire afore it recovers. Useful info in your first couple of encounters, I don't doubt it, but by the time you're a level 32 Mystic Knight who literally climbs up 2 armored Cyclops a day, it feels nothing short of patronizing that your pawns are still reminding you that goblins ill like fire.
There's the head of a cop!
I'm not stooping that low. Number 8, Navi, The Legend of Zelda, The Ocarina of Time.
Hello.
Oh, good.
Hey.
Yeah, hey.
Listen.
I am. So here's some fair warning for going forward. While a great deal of the irritating companions in this list are noted for the things that they do, just as many of them made the cut for the sounds that they make. And before the end of this video, it's quite possible we'll have constructed one of the most abhorrent mixed voice choirs ever conceived. I need only put Navi and Guilty Spark together to give you a mere taster of what awaits us by the end.
Hey, watch out, look!
Anyway, screw Navi. Why did they have to make her sound like a 4-year-old girl who's been awake since 5 a.m. and wants you to get up, make her some toast, cut one slice into squares and the other one into triangles and get her a carton of juice, but pour the juice out of the carton into a cup because she says only babies drink from cartons and she's a big girl now who can drink from a cup like a grown-up, but you still can't cut your own toast into your ridiculous shape preferences. Anyway, screw Navi. Number 7, Tails, Sonic 2006. In a way, it's difficult to specifically single out Tails when we're talking about the hot mess that is Sonic 06. There's so much else wrong with the game that calling Tails a bad video game companion is a bit like getting bundled into a Japanese prisoner of war camp and complaining about the quality of the bedding. Nevertheless, he is terrible, and he's terrible from the very beginning. You first encounter Tails in this cutscene, where he's animated with some horrendously uncanny valley mocap that makes him look like a tongue-in-cheek GTA mod, except the developers are totally serious about this. They're also serious about the subsequent gameplay, where Sonic explores a central hub world, Tails leaps around all over the shop, hops into barrels for no reason, and is incapable of crossing this gap alive, despite the fact that it's literally the only way to progress. He respawns on the other side so you can continue on, but you know something is wrong with the game when your companion can only traverse through the level by constantly killing himself. Tails is a dreadful character, a dreadful companion, makes dreadful noises, and therefore, I'm afraid, is definitely another candidate for our choir from hell.
Watch out! Hey, watch out!
Number 6, the dog duck hunt. I swear to God, if I was a duck hunter and my own dog laughed at me every time I missed a target, I'd let the ducks live to fly another day and go straight home to roast up some hoisin crispy basset hound. Next. Number 5, Daxter, Jak and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy. Most of you will know by now that I'm a big fan of the stylized 3D platformers of the PS1 and PS2, but what may come as a surprise is I've never really enjoyed the first Jak game, and I think a lot of it comes down to this absolute specimen. I'm probably splitting the crowd here, but to me, Daxter is just so hyperactive and chatty, so cowardly and pathetic, so arrogant and demanding. Worst of all, every time I die, he's got something to say about it, even though I'm going out of my way to change him back to normal.
I'll say something really teary at the funeral, like, "Oh, I gotta get changed back now!"
These first-person death screens could have just been a nice immersive extra detail, especially the one where he shakes your head around. Looks great. But in practice, they just make me resent the fact that I didn't save my own skin by using Daxter as a meat shield. And as an aside, is this one what I think it is?
While you're down there,
Oh, stop it, you're filthy. Number 4, Natalia Goldeneye. A real waste of space here, like just so bad. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. You can set the yaw oscillation to whatever you want, just get out of the way. Oh, want me to be a bit quieter while you work, do you? How about get out of the way? Odd Job is hacks and should never be chosen in deathmatch, but Natalia is a millstone necktie and needs to get out of the way. Number 3, Baby Mario, Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island. I say Yoshi, not Yoshi, get over it. Nobody likes escort missions, especially when the person you're meant to be looking after is a free-range, corn-fed, alchemically trained moron. But for some reason, in 1990-something, a Nintendo employee said, wouldn't it be fun to play a 2D platform game where you're a dinosaur carrying an actual helpless baby through a treacherous side-scrolling landscape, and if you get hit by an enemy, the baby starts flying up into the sky in a bubble and making a noise that, through millions of years of evolution, we as a species have been finely tuned to be deeply troubled by. And someone else at Nintendo said, yes, that would be fun. Look, games cost money, and I don't want to pay for the privilege of looking after an infant. If I went and babysat in real life, I'd get free reign on the fridge, and they'd pay me at the end of the night, cash in hand. The taxman can bloody swivel for that. The only risk being that I might receive a call coming from inside the house. But I certainly wouldn't finish up out of pocket after listening to hours and hours of crying. This is definitely the worst sound we'll be adding to our vocal group today, but I'll take some pleasure in dubbing Baby Baby Mario one of the least appealing travel companions in gaming history. Number 2, other players, various games. Oh, look, a wildcard entry, calm down everyone. But seriously, think about it. Surely one of the most infuriating companions in gaming, one of the worst people you will ever have to share your quest with, is actually just some multiplayer idiot from God knows where, who clearly doesn't know their arse from their elbow. And I'm not even talking about people who are just bad at a given game. You know, if you've not got great aim or your driving leaves a lot to be desired, I can forgive you, we were all new once. But do you know what I would like you to do? Just follow the goddamn objective. Can you do that for me? It's written there on your screen. If you want to play a standard deathmatch, go and join a lobby where they're playing standard deathmatch. But you see how this game mode is called Capture the Flag? That means there's a flag out there, and if you're not helping capture it, you're a waste of space. Oh, received a message. Let's just see
what the frick did you just fricking say about
Jesus
me, you
Christ.
little bitch?
No, none of
have
that.
you know-
And number 1, Ashley Graham, Resident Evil 4. Resident Evil 4 is a great game that goes like this. Leon Kennedy is an awesome protagonist that goes like this. And Ashley Graham is a wet flannel that goes like this.
Leon, help!
I think the reason I've gone as far as to put Ashley at number 1 here is that she ticks all the same irritation boxes of pretty much everyone else in this list combined, and yet I'd say Resi 4 itself was a near 10 out of 10. So why is she so bad? I don't like it. Ashley displays all the survival skills, personality, and gratitude of a teething rusk. She doesn't move away from enemies without explicit instruction from Leon. She makes noises I can only liken to a passing ambulance. And she wears a belt over the top of a woolly jumper. Absolutely criminal. Never mind being the president's daughter, Ashley is the first lady of being second rate. And there we have it, 10 truly dire companions and a video game choir straight from the depths of hell itself. Let us know in the comments below if we missed anyone out. You can follow myself and TripleJump on Twitter here, and if you want to support the things you enjoy, then check out the rewards on our Patreon. Finally, don't forget to like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. I'm Peter from TripleJump, and thanks for watching.